Hello everyone, Joey Riz here coming to you with another video. I hope you enjoyed that fireworks spectacle that was shot right here on the OnePlus 6 as well as this. Figured I'd intro you with that because the other day was 4th of July. That's why this is a little bit delayed, but now let's get right into it. This is the review of the OnePlus 6. First, I'd like to go over just the basic specs. Obviously, this is a spec beast, just like it is every year. Snapdragon 845, available in 64, 128, or 256 gigabytes of storage, and 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM. Those larger storages, meaning more the 8 gigabytes of RAM. Has a 6.28-inch screen, which is 1080p, dual rear cameras with OIS, and a 3300 milliamp hour battery. As you can see, as soon as I turn the phone on, it does unlock, because I do have that face unlock feature that it has enabled. It works surprisingly well and is very fast. It may not be the most secure thing in the world, but it does work. Gesture navigation is now all the rage, but OnePlus has a very interesting way of putting it there. As you can see, the regular buttons, and it also has an option to actually hide the buttons. You can swipe them up to bring them back. But the real killer is the actual just full-on gesture mode. It could be a little bit hard to use. It took a little while to get used to, but it does work pretty well. It's the one that I use personally. One problem with it, though, is that it puts the keyboard so low that even with that small chin on the bottom, it does make it kind of uncomfortable to type regularly with. I got used to it after a little while, but that's one of the dings I'll put against it. The buttons at the bottom definitely give it a little bit more of a easy way to type. Using the phone in the full screen mode really helps you appreciate just how nice the screen is. Even at 1080p, it's a very, very nice OLED screen. Never had a problem with colors or anything. The brightness is okay. Outdoors, it's a little hard to see in direct sunlight, just like pretty much any phone, really. I think OnePlus made a great use of this notch. It's not too obtrusive, it's not too big, and it puts the notifications right there. You can still use the whole screen. Only notifications are up there, and it just feels really good. Keeping on the size for a second, it is a big phone. Bigger than I personally like to usually. I usually stick to the same size as like the iPhone X or the Pixel 2, but this is right around the size of an iPhone 7 Plus or 8 Plus. We've heard of a few gaming phones lately, and OnePlus 6 can definitely fit the bill of a gamer phone. It's got the 845 and 8 gigabytes of RAM in this model, and it just flies. At PUBG, especially on this big beautiful screen, has been a cinch to play, has not lagged at all, and I was able to get a chicken dinner. Look at that. Now, during long gaming sessions or any other time I don't want to be bothered, frankly, I get to use one of my favorite features of the phone, the alert slider. I don't understand how it could be the only phone that has one in the Android world, but it is, and it's still awesome. Even from the OnePlus One, I'm glad to see it's still here. Another area where this phone shines is in the battery and the charging department. The battery life with the 3300 milliamp hour battery has been just fine, gets me through a day while I've been using it as my daily driver. And the dash charger it comes with is just the fastest way to charge a phone. I have put it on there and I'm amazed at how fast it charges. Now, while using it daily, I've noticed that signal and call quality have both been really great with this phone. I've been using it on AT&T in New York City, and even though you get some slowdowns here and there just because it's kind of crowded, the call quality was great, and it always held the signal, no problem. One of the things I really didn't like was the factory applied screen protector. It's plastic, it gets oily, it scratches really easy, and just generally isn't very good. I personally would, go with a glass screen protector on a phone like I normally do, but this one is not very good. I do appreciate being there, but isn't very good. OnePlus does make a first-party screen protector, which is pretty good. I'll link that below. Now, speaking of first-party accessories, the one place where OnePlus absolutely kills it is in their cases. I have 4 different cases here that they sent me, but they also include a case in the box, which is really nice of them. But let's look at these 4 cases. The red one has been my absolute favorite. It's the one I've used on the phone for most of the time using it. It's silicone, gives really good coverage, but they do have others, including this wood back one, which is also really nice. And this one includes almost full body coverage, I should say. Arguably, the coolest one that they have is a sandstone case. It's reminiscent of their original OnePlus One and still gives a grippy back. Very, very minimal coverage, very thin, but grippy. They do also have this really, really thin carbon fiber one, which is kind of nice. It fits on there. It gives a little bit of protection for the camera with a little lip. Now for what many would call the most important part of a new smartphone, the camera. And lucky for us, the OnePlus 6 has a pretty good one. It might not be up to Pixel 2 levels, but I have been taking pictures with this thing for the last couple weeks, and I really like what it comes out with. Even the video and the stabilization is pretty good. Now here you can see a few pictures that I took recently. Alright, so those have been my thoughts on the OnePlus 6. Hopefully you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, because the OnePlus 6 is a pleasure to use. At nearly half the cost of some of the other bigger players, it has almost all the same features, and the camera is even pretty good. My camera's comparison with the Pixel 2 is right here, and you know, it's just pretty freaking good. Now, if I had to do it all over again, I'd probably go with that red model because it is fire. Comes out July 10th. I'll leave a link down below. Please like and subscribe if you want more. This has been Joey Riz. See you later.